Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So welcome to another market open stream. And today, of course, just like yesterday, is looking very, very positive for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's rally continues. Not just Bitcoin, crypto market rally continues. And that is fantastic. So where is Bitcoin going to end up next? Well, I think I have a clue. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. Also, I want to talk about Jim Cramer. What's going on with Jim Cramer? Well, there's something that he said recently that I think we could all learn from. And there's several other big crypto news I want to share as well. So let's get started. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified of all my streams. And also follow CryptosRUs.com and follow the brand new CryptosRUs Clips channel. Welcome, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's looking like it's going to be a good day, regardless if the U.S. market is going to be in red. Yesterday was a huge, huge green day. Huge green day. Right now, pre-market, slightly red, 5 minutes before open bell, but this could definitely swing back up to the green side. So even the U.S. markets are roaring back up as more and more traders, investors, hedge funds, Wall Street start putting more money back into the market, basically thinking that, yeah, the Fed could actually fix things, or maybe inflation is going to taper, right? But one thing is for certain, that the fear levels that we had even just a month ago, or just even a few weeks ago, is starting to dissipate in a big way. Just look at yesterday's rally. Dow almost up 800 points yesterday, right? And we could definitely see some of that again today and the remaining of this week. But regardless, Bitcoin is definitely seeing some momentum as it's going up, nearing 24,000, right? Remember, I've been telling you guys, one thing that I've learned in the past through all these downs, all these crypto winters, all these major corrections, you don't know if you formed the top or bottom, I should say. The same thing with top, but you don't know if you formed the bottom. Only time will tell. There's no one out there that'll say, yes, this point is exactly bottom, right? No one knows. But as Bitcoin climbs up, as it has done in the past, right, over time, then you'll finally get confirmation, okay, that was bottom, right? But in the meantime, there's so many that's sitting on the sidelines just missing out, right? They miss out on all the gains. And they wait until they get confirmation. Okay, yeah, Bitcoin's now at 30 or 40 or 50,000. Yeah, that's 17K was bottom. Well, that regardless, if you make that declaration in the future, well, then you missed out on all the times you could have bought at the bottom, right? And that's why I actually bring up Jim Cramer, because I saw this. Jim Cramer says stubborn investors are taking the wrong approach to the market. And he's talking about the millennials, the new guys that are on Robinhood that are not buying based on fundamentals, but by anger, like they're trying to win some sort of argument. That's the wrong approach. That's not the main point I want to talk about. This is what he said. With the benefit of hindsight, my biggest mistake in each case was that I wasn't bullish enough. And he's talking about all the market declines that he has witnessed and participated in the past, probably way more than me. And again, with the benefit of hindsight, the biggest mistake for Jim Cramer was not being bullish enough and waiting for confirmation and waiting for others to tell him it's getting better, right? You just don't know. No one could time bottom. But things are looking better. Things are definitely looking better now. What else is there? As for some of the macro factors, well, inflation obviously is pretty high. I saw UK's inflation number at 9.4%, which is even higher than US's 9.1%. Mortgage demand drops to a 22-year low. 22-year low, really? As higher interest rates and inflation crush home buyers. I mean, the homes I'm looking at, I'm on Redfin still. They haven't dropped, to a 22-year low in terms of pricing. So I don't know if maybe this is just measuring, just a week. I mean, so week to week fluctuates, but that looks horrible. But I'm sure home demand has gone down, but not to that point. But anyways, Putin also said, this is good for Europe. Putin also said Nord Stream will open back up after its maintenance, but flows may decrease. He's warning the West, if you continue to interfere with what's going on with Ukraine, it may stop. That's his threat to the West right now. So, but he did confirm it will open. That's good. That's good. What else is there? Moving to crypto. Well, this is not good. I never heard of this exchange before, but there is a crypto exchange called Zipmex, which is I guess big in Asia. They just suspended withdrawals, right? And what's funny about this exchange is they don't even offer leverage trading. They don't even offer lending. Like it seems like they're just like a normal exchange. But people are speculating they had exposure to some of these other projects that had, um, had problems or have problems, and they may be caught with it, right? So they just announced that, yeah, they are suspending withdrawal. So this is what I've been telling you guys: just be safe with your crypto more now than ever. You just don't know what's going to happen with the exchanges. I know I'm in the US and a lot of you guys are in the US. You use the major ones like Coinbase and Binance and I don't think they're going to go down. FTX, they're not going to go down. But a lot of you guys around the world, there's so many other exchanges out there that I'm not familiar with, and you just don't know what may happen, right? So safeguard your own crypto if you can. Utilize a mobile wallet, not any kind of non-custodial mobile wallet, a browser wallet, hardware wallet. There's so many wallets out there, so just be careful with your crypto. All right, what else is there? Well, Michael Saylor, he's still part of the Bitcoin mining foundation or council, I should say. So he tweeted this out, showing all the decks for Bitcoin mining and all the stats. And oh man, it's comprehensive. 34 slides. Everything you want to know about Bitcoin and how much energy they use. And look at this. It's all broken down. The efficiency, the number of green energy and all this stuff, right? It's very, very comprehensive. There's a lot going on in here, right? So if you want to learn more about Bitcoin mining, check this out. Michael Saylor just tweeted out, of course, Michael Saylor, which really has nothing to do with Bitcoin mining. I don't know why he's part of the Bitcoin Mining Council, but he is. He is. And, he's helping the world understand Bitcoin a little bit better. And maybe with this data, someone like Elon will take a look and say, okay, Bitcoin isn't using so much dirty energy, and maybe he'll open up Bitcoin purchases again for Teslas. Maybe something like that could be around the corner with data like this. All right. Other good things. Other good things for Bitcoin. Well, this shows how much stable coins, how much money is sitting on the sidelines that could be entering the game. This is a little confusing at first, but Bitcoin's price action is actually below, not at top. What you're seeing on top is the ratio of stable coins to the overall market cap, right? And whenever you have a tremendous amount of stable coins, tremendous amount, sitting there on the sidelines, and whenever you have a Bitcoin, when Bitcoin's price is low, that means basically all the retailers have sold. Retail investors, I should say, not retailers. Retail investors have sold, leaving their money in stable coins, right? Then they tend to chase. So when the price action comes back up, they FOMO back in, and that's what's looking like it's happening right now. So you go back to some of these periods, like right here, it's pretty obvious, right? You can see over here back in 2020, you can see stable coins was very, very, very high. But no, this is 2021. I'm sorry. Stable coins is very, very high, and then all of a sudden, this starts coming down. Stable coins coming down, and Bitcoin's price start going up. That's when we broke 10,000, and we didn't stop until we hit like 64,000. So keep that in mind. From 10,000, we went up to 64,000, basically with no stop. And that was when stablecoins was at a record high at that time. And we went on one of the most tremendous runs, right? And again, going back to the bottom indicator, when Bitcoin fell down to 3,800 in 2020, many people called Bitcoin to go lower. Many people were in disbelief, said that there's no way with COVID happening, with the economy shutting down, there's no way that the economy was going to get better. But what they didn't know was the trillions that was about to be printed and injected into the market. So not only did Bitcoin come up from 3,800 right back to 10,000, then Bitcoin went from 10,000 to 64,000. So imagine missing that train, right? So again, you don't know if you found bottom, but when things are when things are low, I guess, or scary, when the times are scary and everyone is bearish and everyone's telling you to get out, that's usually a good time to be buying. So there's a tremendous amount of stable coins that's in the market right now. The ratio is all-time high, starting to come down, right? Imagine all that money flowing back into Bitcoin and crypto, right? Also, Willie Woo tweeted this: Bitcoin cost basis supply. Basically, looks like this is like hand drawn, right? I don't see anyone's charts look like this. It's almost like he spent a million hours drawing and shadowing everything. It's really cool looking. But anyways, basically, he has a model that measures capitulation. And to him, this is basically we're done capitulating, that we're about to move. And that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So, but I just want to show this. It looks really cool. Like he hand drew it. Anyways, um, and also I want to address some FUD because recently I missed this. People have asked me, well, what about this third largest whale that sold off all his bitcoins, right? I want to address this because the author obviously didn't do any of his homework. So basically, the third largest whale that had like, $3 billion worth of Bitcoin, he's been buying and buying and buying and buying a lot. And all of a sudden, you see all this, like about 60 something thousand Bitcoins being removed from his wallet. And people assume, well, he must have just sold it, right? This meant that he sold all this Bitcoin. At least according to his author and many people others thought the same. No, he didn't. He just moved it to another address. I don't know why people can't follow the address. It's very easy. It's pretty obvious. It's like one-to-one. Basically, he took out like 60,000 something Bitcoins and put into another address. It's worth $1.4 billion, right? So he didn't sell it. It's still there. I think he's just probably sick of people tracking his buys, or he wanted less attention. He doesn't want to be in the top 3. But even with this, he's still in like the top 20 or something like that. Now you have 2 addresses that's in like the top 20. So I just want to address that FUD because a lot of people are like thinking, oh no, he's selling because he's selling at top. He knows things are going to get worse. No, he just simply moved it. That's all. That's all. And then last few things. I guess this is fantastic for Ethereum and fantastic for Polygon. This is actually what Vitalik wants to do, and Polygon already did it. So I don't even know like what that means exactly because Polygon solved scaling already for Ethereum. So they're introducing zkEVM. Okay. So we know that Polygon is really very fast, very scalable, EVM compatible. But now they're creating this new zkEVM, which means projects can now use Ethereum's virtual machine on Polygon, and it is completely scalable using zk technology. Scaling technology. And this is exactly what Vitalik said he wants to do. After Ethereum moves to Ethereum 2.0, he wants to explore zk technology and see how he can utilize that to scale Ethereum. Because even if Ethereum moves to proof of stake, which it will in September, it can't scale like Polygon yet or any of the other major L1s like Solana, right? So Polygon already came out with it. It's done. So if you're a EVM compatible dApp project, right, you could utilize the scaling power of this, and there's basically no fees. There's basically no congestion. You can use it and use as many transactions as you want and Polygon already traded it. It's quite amazing. It's quite amazing. I mean, so yeah, Polygon's not gonna go away anytime soon. A lot of people have been very fearful about Ethereum 2.0 possibly killing layer twos like Polygon. No, not with this. This puts them way ahead. I don't even know how many years it's going to take Ethereum to come out with true scaling like this. And Polygon's already done. So another project that's definitely been building behind the scenes, building during the fear, right? And they will come out of this stronger than ever. So that's fantastic for them. And then lastly, what's fantastic for Ripple is Jeb McCaleb, who's one of the co-founders of Ripple, and he has left as started Stellar, but he officially confirms that his 9 billion units of XRP that was awarded to him back in 2012, he's done selling it. He's been selling it every single quarter. He was given, like, on a schedule, a certain amount of XRP every quarter, and he has been dumping that completely onto the open market. That is done. That is done. So this will definitely help curb the sell pressure of XRP going forward. Now, XRP still has a lot of things that it has to deal with Ripple, the SEC, and other things. And Ripple themselves, still their business model is to unlock XRP to sell to financial institutions. So there's still some selling pressure, but this is definitely positive for Ripple because Jeb McCaleb was notorious for just dumping his hundreds of millions onto the market whenever he could, right? And definitely suppressed Bitcoin in a big way. Oh, and speaking of Bitcoin, not XRP in a big. Oh, I just missed it. Bitcoin was just above 24,000. 23,900. So we're going to 24,000. And my last point is, where is Bitcoin going to go next, right? And I said this throughout this week, even though I'm on vacation, I'm like, you know what? After Bitcoin breaks through that 23,000 mark, right? It's pretty obvious where it's going to go. So previous right here, about 23.8 over here. I don't know why I hit a line drawn here, but it has disappeared. But I'll redraw it. But it was pretty obvious that recently we had this, temporary kind of ceiling, right? And it was formed back a month ago, and we were just below that. And now that we're above it, you can see we have nothing, right? Nothing between 28.6 and this 23,000 mark, right? And we have now broken through. So I do think that as the market continues roaring back, as more people FOMO in, right, we're going to have a pretty good sustained, I think, rise for Bitcoin back up to this 28.6 and may hover within here, the 30,000 and 29,000 mark, like what Bitcoin did about 2-3 months ago, when you could see over here when it was just stuck in between here. I do think we have a really good shot. The next stop will be somewhere in there, and hopefully we can hold in that range, right? Consolidate there, build some base or build some momentum, and then we can punch through that and get back to the 40s in the near future, right? But that is looking like where Bitcoin wants to go to next, is right around this 28.6, 29,000 mark. Could be coming by the end of this week. So look forward to that. I will be. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A. By the way, of course, I'm off-site, still using my phone, so you gotta bear with me when I'm scrolling through these live chats here. Um, let's see. Uncle Soldier, appreciate that. Shannon, good morning. Bitcoin, a lot of people saying Bitcoin 24,000. I missed when it crossed it, but I'm sure it's going to cross it again. Let's see here. Under $1, Polygon still seems a good buy. To me, yeah, still, especially Polygon is like Ethereum 2.0, honestly. They're already done. I don't know, you know, I don't know what Ethereum's 2.0 is going to be doing. That's going to be different than what Polygon already has done. Just think about that. Um, let's see. Any thoughts on OMG? Not a fan of OMG. They sold themselves like two, 3 times. Not a fan of them at all. Um, let's see. Enjoy your vacation. Today, unfortunately, is my last day of my vacation. I've been here for over a week. Ooh, over a week. It's a long, long, enjoyable, and tiring vacation. You guys know this. Every time you come back from vacation, you need a vacation from that vacation, right? What's going to happen? Ron asked, what's going to happen with DeFi in the future? I think DeFi is definitely going to get stronger. More people will turn to DeFi. Volume on dexes like Uniswap is equal to Coinbase now. So DeFi is going to continue to do well and continue to get bigger. Still not optimistic about Harmony? Not really, no. They could bounce back just like everyone else because they've been so oversold, but how are they going to replenish that 100 million that was stolen? And how are they going to and draw in more dApps, right? DeFi Kingdom was arguably the biggest one that that really carried Harmony. And first of all, they're still down, and second of all, they're looking at leaving Harmony, so it doesn't look good for them right now. Jan, yeah, I do think so, and I don't know where Durant and Kyrie will end up this season. What do you think about Webull? I mean, Webull, I've used them before. You have a lot of these zero fee brokerages, right? Obviously popularized by Robinhood, but a lot of people don't like Robinhood, or Robinhood is very limited. It's just for people that really want to FOMO in, and they've been adding things over the years. Obviously, crypto, their wallet, but I don't believe their wallet's non-custodial, so it's not the same as some of the other wallets like Trust Wallet out there. But there's a lot of competitors, right? So Webull's one of them. My partner MooMoo is one of them, and they all seem to have apps and stuff. Makes it easy to trade. I'm not a big stock guy, but I know a lot of you guys are, and there are a lot of stocks, crypto related stocks, that's definitely worth looking at picking up. Like, of course, MicroStrategy, Coinbase. You can even throw Tesla in there. I'm a big fan of Tesla. But also you look at the mining companies like Mara and Riot and Hut 8. Um, there's a lot of good stocks out there that have crypto exposure, and they're all coming roaring back just like crypto right now. Jeff, thank you, man. Will U.S. pay off national debt soon? Ron, I hope you're joking. The U.S. will never pay back its debt. Never. Do you think a lot of these GameFi games are just like Ponzi's? No. Thoughts on Audius? I haven't kept up with Audius recently, but I used to be a big fan of them. I say used to, I still am. I don't think my mind's changed, but they're decentralized streaming, and they have millions of users that are listening to their platform right now. So I think they're a pretty good project. I just haven't kept up with them recently. What's happening with Gala? Nothing. They're still coming out with games. They're Spider Tanks. That's their latest games, but they have like 6 games in the pipeline. You have to wait for them to come out. Is Voyager going to give holders back our money? That is unknown right now. They're trying to reopen up USD withdrawals. So if you have cash, they're trying to open that up. But if you have crypto, you're not going to get that back. You're going to get a small portion of that back, along with some Voyager tokens, along with some Voyager stock, combination of that. So yeah. Roscoe, I appreciate that. Cancun, yesterday I did a little shopping. I went to one of their bigger malls, La Isla. Some of you guys may have gone there. It's a really nice mall. Around the luxury stores, they have these like armed guards with Uzis, and they're holding it like this, like they have their finger on the trigger, right? It makes me wonder if you're trying to steal from LV or Gucci or Tiffany, Rolex, wherever, if they're actually allowed to just shoot you on sight. It makes it seem like they can. It's really actually intimidating to walk in around that area when they're all like armed, ready to pull the trigger. But that was quite interesting. And something I also learned if you're in Cancun and you want to do some shopping is you can all the taxes are built into the goods. So, and somehow when you go back to the airport, you could get those taxes refunded back. So that's a pretty big savings, like 10% savings right there. That's something I didn't know, but yeah, pretty sure they can. I don't just because you steal, they can just shoot you dead on sight. That seems very excessive. It's not like you're causing harm to anyone else, but that's really the case. Like, if you're stealing and the guards there allow you to shoot you dead, yeah, no one will be stealing for sure. No one will be stealing. Um, near is like a mini, like a almost like a poor man's version of Solana. I say that respectfully, but they're just smaller. But I think they have potential. Stealing from the stores is like stealing from the cartels. I was just talking about this with my son. I was telling him like this resort I'm at, which is great, all inclusive, and it's huge, and they own so much land, it's crazy. I'm like, I would not be surprised if this is owned by the cartels. You know how they need something like this to launder money because they have so much money that they need to launder. You need to have big places like this, right? But the plus side is it's very safe. There's like no crime, no bad people at all, because of course they want to make sure this is 100% legit and people feel safe and they're not going to do anything, right? Or otherwise they're not going to come back. So I would not be surprised by that. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Thanks for clearing up the BTC number three whale situation. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like he transferred to a different wallet. He didn't sell it out. If he sold $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin on a spot market, it would cause some movement downwards, some major movement downwards, but he didn't. Now, he could have sold OTC market, but he didn't. He just moved it. Uh, Phantom is also doing good. General says in Europe, we our taxes always included. Yeah, I hear tips are included too, but that's not necessarily a good thing because service I hear sucks in Europe. If you go to a restaurant because tips are already included, there's really no incentive for the waiter or waitress to help you or go above and beyond. So then they just like give you shitty service. That's what I hear. I haven't been to Europe in a long time, but you guys could tell me if that's true or not. So I actually do think the tipping system works very well in certain cases. Dallas, I live in Cancun, 20 years here. Canadian, big car guy will pick you up, barbecue at my house. I appreciate the gesture, but I am taking off soon. Will stagflation happen next? Not right now. If it was, we wouldn't be seeing these big rises with the U.S. markets and so forth. And by the way, I haven't checked it. Let's see. Did it turn green? Yeah, Nasdaq turned green. Why was Teller pumping a few days ago? I have no idea. I don't even know what project that is. No, no, you have to give a tip. I'm living here. Living here where? Europe is a big place. Which country? Seems like 24K is a tough cookie to crack. No, we just hit it, man. We just hit it like 5 minutes ago, right? This 22A was actually pretty hard cookie to crack. You can see we tried it, we held here for a little bit, right? But it seems like there's really no resistance all the way up, maybe over here, 27, but I really think it's gonna go right here in that range. That is where I'm expecting Bitcoin to be by the end of the week. I may be wrong. It may go sideways more or go down from here, right? But I'm thinking going back into this range will be a natural fit for Bitcoin, seeing how we did that back in May, right? Basically, not a V-shaped recovery, a U-shaped recovery, a little bit. In Europe, they make you double tip on the bill, but not always. Then there's exception on tip on top of that. Does a double tip? Okay, you guys have to tell me which countries though. Tips aren't usually included in Europe, not in Ireland anyways. Hello from Holland. All right. Fed rate hikes have been factored in, Samuel says. I do think so. A lot of traders, I think, factored in. We're having one next week, probably 75 basis points. Even if it's 100 basis points, I think that has been priced in already because people are expecting the Fed to be very aggressive this price hike. So even if it's 100 basis points, I don't know. I think 75 basis points is already locked in for sure. But 100 basis point, that may be priced in as well. Steven, appreciate that. All right, guys. We don't tip in Australia. It's not normal. Were there any Rolex at Rolex store? No, they had demonstrations, and this is frustrating. I've been to so many recently. I hear Rolex prices are started coming down, but stores still none. They put out all these like nice, Submariners and Daytonas, and they say, yeah, it's only for demonstrations. You're not allowed to buy it. I'm like, then why the F would you put it there if people can't buy it? They're like, oh, yeah, you could hold it and wear it. But I'm like, if you want one, you can't get it. So I'm like, ugh. But they're all like that. They're all like that right now. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. What are the chances of them front loading to 150? Zero chance. Zero. There's no way they're front loading to 150, especially when they know that in June, energy was really high and it has come down in July. So they know that headline inflation will be down already. Core inflation, on the other hand, may be still going up, but they're taking it one step at a time. There's no way they're going to do 150. I think zero chance. Zero chance. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Let's see where Bitcoin heads today. Will it crack 24 and keep going, or will it come down and trace a little bit? But things are looking good right now, right? Like Jim Cramer said, with the benefit of hindsight, my biggest mistake in each case was I wasn't bullish enough. So think about that, and you can do what you want with that information. But it is true. No one can ever time bottom. And people are generally, fearful when we are at bottom or when we hover around a bottom point for a long time. You just don't know. But hey, that's why I've been saying DCA, DCA, DCA. That's the way to win. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Hopefully at my usual time, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.